Back now with our series On the Money. This morning, we're going to break down the steps to achieve the best financial quality of life. Here to help us is Yanely Espinal. She's the Director of Educational Outreach at the nonprofit organization Next Gen Personal Finance. She trains teachers on how to teach financial literacy in high school. Also, the author of Mind Your Money. Yanely, so good to meet you.
Welcome.
So good morning. Oh, my goodness, what an honor.
It's so nice to have you here. Can I just say, my sister-in-law at Mansfield High School up in Massachusetts, the whole class is watching right now.
Shout out to
because
them.
of exactly this reason.
I know. You know what? We actually spent the weekend up in Boston for the largest teacher conference in the country, National Educators Conference, and teachers are doing incredible work getting students ready for this future of finance.
So important.
Which is so important, because I know that wasn't something we had in school, in high school, and we're ill prepared for it. So what are the first steps to make sure you're on your way to an educational financial future?
Yeah, I mean, the first thing is you have to define your goals. You have to have clear, realistic goals around what it means to have a solid financial quality of life, right? Because that means something different for every person. And for a lot of people, the temptation is to just jump to like a dollar amount, you know, like when I have this much money in the bank, or when I have this salary, or, you know, this particular net worth. But that's a little dangerous, because we as humans tend to like move the goalposts when we reach a goal, you know. But that's another conversation, whether we should be doing that or not. But the point is, we really have to focus more on the feeling of being at peace and being in control of your finances, the opposite of what's called financial anxiety, where basically you're constantly feeling financial stress and worried about your finances. And like you said, our future generations are not going to be complaining that they didn't get financial literacy the way that we didn't get it, because 30 states to this day have required schools, public schools, to teach an entire semester course dedicated just to personal finance as of 2025, 30 states. So we're making incredible progress.
That's incredible. So let's get into some of the details here. You talk about present, past, future, and protection. So let's talk about the present. What do we need to do?
Yeah, I mean, the present is really just helping students and adults understand what is your present situation right now with your money. And that means your budget. Look at your spending that you're doing. Track it over a couple weeks or even just 3 months. And look at the habits that you have. A lot of people will assume that they know. Like, I know how much I spend on groceries. I already know what I spend shopping. And it's like, do you really know? Until you have that data, right? Data drives decisions. If you notice that you have a problem over here with little expenses that don't mean anything, lotion, nail polish, you know, candles, coffee,
subscriptions.
We all have a little thing, right? That can add up. And so, especially during a time like now where you really have to work hard to save. So looking at your budget and creating a realistic goal, and then actually tracking your spending to see if you're on track with your budget, and if not, readjusting.
Last week, some data was released. I think it was released by the Federal Reserve of New York. It showed that family debt in this country is approaching record high levels.
Right.
A lot of folks dealing with that. A lot of families dealing with debt. What can you tell them in terms of getting that debt under control? What can they do?
Yeah, I mean, this is one that I understand intimately. So I'm a daughter of immigrants, first generation in my family to go to college. When I graduated, even though I had a scholarship to cover tuition, I had $20,000 of credit card debt from all the other types of spending that we often don't talk about that college students have to experience. Some necessary, some unnecessary. But the point was, I didn't have a sense of how much it was adding up. So the first thing you have to do is look at each of your debts. Look at the balance you owe. Look at the interest rate it's growing at. Who is it that you owe this money to? You've got to know exactly who is collecting that debt. And you also have to know the minimum payment you owe each month. You can put this together. It's called a debt repayment plan or a debt payoff plan, which is just a spreadsheet with each debt in a row and each of these factors in a column to let you see which ones you should prioritize more urgently than others.
That's some great advice. Yanely, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. This was such an honor.
Yeah, come back.
I'll be back.
Hey, thanks for watching. And don't forget, you can catch the Today Show every morning on NBC, or take Today when you're on the go. Just follow the Today podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen.